Hello, this is Caelan Huntress, and today I'm doing a homepage review of YoungArchitect.com. Young Architect is the brand and podcast that's run by Michael Rasisica, who has helped dozens, maybe even hundreds of people pass the architecture exam that gets them licensed so that they can become young architects. And he's been doing a podcast for quite a while, interviewing people about the life and the career of being an architect. And so today I'm going to talk about 4 things that I like about his homepage and 4 things that I would improve. The first thing that I like is the logo. The logo is really distilled. It's, dare I say, austere. As branding, I think this is a fantastic logo, because a lot of people with their logos, they'll get too creative and loopy, and there will be cursive writing and 17 different elements in the icon, and it'll be really confusing and distracting to the overall message. But this logo, it's geometric shapes, it's one really nice font, and that's it. And so it doesn't detract from the rest of the messaging that I'm looking at here on the homepage. It's a really nice, simple, clear, and powerful logo. And that's the first thing I like about this homepage, is the good logo. The second thing that I like about this homepage is there's a wide variety of content. This is a dynamic homepage. Every time he posts a new blog post or posts on Instagram, then this is updating, and he's got a really active blog. He's interviewing people all the time. He's talking about architecture issues all the time, and so there's a huge variety of content on here. And so that's the second thing that I like about this homepage, is that it does a really good job of demonstrating the breadth of content that is inside the website. The third thing that I like about this homepage is these sharing buttons. When you click on one of these on an individual post, it shares that link and the title. It doesn't share the link of the page that I'm on. And it tells you how many times each of these posts have been shared, so you can see at a glance what the most popular posts are. And this is tricky to do well. Social sharing plugins are often difficult to implement, and they're not that user friendly. But this is the exception to that. I think that the implementation of the social sharing here was done really well. So that's the third thing that I like about this homepage. And the fourth thing that I like is these featured images. This is so simple to do, and I'm surprised more people don't do it, because it makes such a big difference. Michael has a template for his featured images. You could see how some of them are similar. You could see how all of the podcasts are, they all have the same thing. They've got a photo on the right with the Young Architect icon in the upper left of that photo, and then they've got the title and Young Architect Podcast at the bottom. And so when you share this, like if I'm going to share one of these podcasts on Facebook, I'm going to guess that featured image, yep, there it is. The featured image is sized for Facebook, and it makes this super shareable and super visual. And I really like the featured images that he has on the blog. But the first thing that I would improve about this homepage is I would have the featured image be the entire section here. Right now, there's so much padding around this featured image that it's gotten small, super small, and you can't even really read it. And so we've got this duplicate content right here. It's redundant. We have the title in the image, and then we have the title right next to it. Now, maybe there's an SEO reason for this, that he's going to rank for this guy's name, because on his homepage he's got the name linking through to the post. But from a visibility standpoint, we don't need to see that this post is by Michael Rasisica, because all these posts are by Michael Rasisica. So I find that the metadata to be not that helpful here. And there's ways that you can still have the alt text show the title for the link on the featured image and still retain that SEO benefit, but we don't need to have the title twice. I really find it redundant. And I think that having this box here, just the featured image, seeing that in this section, boom, 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 all those different pieces, I think that would be a lot more visually appealing. But you could still maintain, like if you wanted to do the duplicate, on the featured images, or the featured posts, which I'm thinking are the sticky category posts, that can be the full width one and then still have the title beneath it. But if you're going to have an excerpt, have an actual excerpt instead of just, one line intro. So I would either cut the excerpt here or make it, 5 times as many characters. But the big thing that I would improve here is I would make better use of the featured images in the blog feed. That's the first thing that I would improve. The second thing that I would improve is I would add these products to the homepage. Right now, the homepage is it's an RSS feed. It's got categories, and it's got some best of categories. It's got his Instagram photos on here, and it's got a chronological category, but that's it. That's the entire homepage. It's just dynamic content. These are the things that have been published on the blog. But there are so many posts in here, or I'm sorry, not posts, pages that are for things that you can buy. He's got a landing page on here for this ebook. He's got a boot camp on passing this architecture exam. These are sections that should be on the homepage. And a lot of these elements here in the sidebar, I find this sidebar to be really well thought out. And there's all these calls to action, There's a job board. When somebody lands on youngarchitect.com and they're looking at the first page, knowing that there's a job board here, it gives them somewhere to go. There might be a strategic reason for doing it this way, that, maybe Michael wants people to listen to the podcast first and then find, and then get deeper down the rabbit holes and then introduce those other things. It's possible there's a strategic decision there, but unless there's a real compelling reason for not having the products at the very least on the homepage, I would have a lot more of that content here on the homepage. The third thing I would improve is I would have an email subscription call to action right here up front, because you want to get these podcasts delivered to your inbox. Subscribe here. Do you want to subscribe to us on iTunes? Some way for people to instantly engage. There's not even social links. When I go to the Start Here page, then I find out more about Michael, and I find, oh great, here's a subscription widget. I found one. And then there's greatest hits posts, but there's not even social links. I know that on the sidebar for the blog, this is right up top. Follow Young Architect on all these other socials. That's got to be on the homepage, as well as the number one important thing is subscribe. I think without an email subscription widget, that this website is only performing at a fraction of what it could be, because this should be a much bigger list building function right here on the homepage is an email subscription call to action. That's the third thing that I would improve. And the fourth thing that I would improve is I would have some full width sections between all the different segments on here. Something with I love parallax backgrounds, or even just a big wide black background that's 150 pixels tall with a white headline in it that's in the same font as the logo. Something to visually break it up, so that, because right now this just looks like one long unending feed and I'm kind of overwhelmed by the content. But if I could be introduced to latest posts from the blog in this full width section, and I know that I'm entering that section and I scroll through there, and then when I'm done, products and services, then I can peruse through those, or testimonials, and I can peruse through those. I think having some full width, or at least black color section breaks would help break up the monotony of the page, because right now it's just a long unending feed. And maybe some more photos of just like a background photo with a semi-transparent overlay of blueprints, or of a young architect at work, something to show people who are visiting this site, this is a site for you. People who are doing this, they're like you and you're in the right place. So those are the 4 things that I like, and the 4 things that I would improve about youngarchitect.com. If you'd like stellar platforms to review your homepage, there's a link in the description below, and I can do the same kind of review for your website. Thanks so much.